Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetstudio.com, and today we are going to do the quick unboxing and full review of the Oppo R1. Oppo R1 has been launched in India and it is now available in the Indian market for a price of approximately 24 to 25,000 rupees. At that particular price you can actually buy this phone in the market. And when we talk about the box, here we have the Oppo R1, and the box is very simple kind of packaging it is, and the model number of this device is R829 as far as Oppo is concerned. And then we have some specifications for the device mentioned at the back side of the box, which indicates the model number of the phone. It has a 5-inch display, which is a high definition display, not full high definition display, capacitive touchscreen. And then you have 8 megapixel of rear camera, 5 megapixel front camera, and the thickness of the device is really thin, which is around 7.1 millimeter, which is pretty good. And the weight of the device is 144 gram. However, the exact weight of this device is around 140 gram, which is again fairly light. And then here we have the SAR values of the device mentioned. As you can see, 0.443 weight per kg 1 gram head, and then 0.684 weight per kg 1 gram body. So again, the MRP which is mentioned in the box is 26,990. The hardware which we have on this device is a MediaTek chipset. It is 6582 1.3 gigahertz. So we will talk about that later. Let's unbox this phone. And once we open the package, the first thing which we get in the box is the device itself. Again, I have done this unboxing already. I have been using this device for more than a week now, and I'm going to do this review after using this device for a week, and I'm pretty happy with the overall performance of this device. So this unboxing I'm doing only for you. So here we have the device. The first thing inside the box is the device itself, and as you can see, this is how it looks. First of all, one thing I would like to say is that the overall build quality of the Oppo phone till now, which we have seen, is pretty good. It is pretty premium. They do not look like Chinese phones. They have a very good build quality as far as material which has been used. Here we have metal which is being used on the edges, making this phone pretty strong and pretty good in terms of the overall look and feel. It is quite premium. And then we have some plastic padding over here, which is in black, which is actually holding the front glass as well as the back glass. So both the front as well as rear has glass on this device, which makes it pretty premium in terms of the overall build quality. And again, the kind of finishing you have is pretty good as well. So it does not look like a Chinese phone in any way. However, it comes from a Chinese brand, Oppo, which has recently entered in India, and the first phone was Oppo N1, and now we have Oppo R1 from them. So we will take a look over the phone later on. Let's take a look what we have in the package. So apart from the phone, the other things which we have in the package is these. So you have a user manual over here, a user manual pamphlet, which also has a SIM ejection tool, which is designed as per their logo. And then we have some user manual inside over here. This one seems to be the user guide, okay, the important information guide. And this one is the Oppo R829, which is the model number of the phone, the user guide. And then the package is very simple. The kind of packaging which I see from Oppo is very much similar to one which we see from Apple. So they actually copy, or you can say very much resemble as far as packaging is concerned with Apple. However, the headphones which we get in the package are again standard headphones, and these are the ones. I have actually packed them again, and the kind of audio quality you get from these headphones is pretty good. Again, not too great. In-ear headphones would have been better, but these are again pretty good, not bad. When it comes to the module, here we have the module with a button to pick the call. Although this module does not have a mic, does not have a volume control, but it does have a mic for taking voice calls and basically doing other things on the device when you actually use these headphones. So apart from this, we have a standard USB cable, the micro USB to USB cable, which is a standard one. The packaging is again very much similar to one which we see from Apple. And here we have the universal wall charger, which comes within the package. The output current from this charger is 1 ampere. So this is a pretty good charger. It can charge your Oppo R1 pretty quickly. And these are the things which we get in the package. When we take a look over the device now, we have already taken a look over the packaging. I would say the packaging is very simple. However, the device is really good in terms of the overall build, and it looks like a bigger iPhone already. And if you compare this device with iPhone, you can easily say that this is a bigger iPhone and a large iPhone in terms of the build quality. The weight of the device is pretty light. The build quality and the material which has been used is quite premium. Now as you can see here, we have the Oppo R1, which looks pretty good. And if I compare this device with an iPhone, we have an iPhone 4 over here, and if I compare these two devices in terms of the overall look and feel and the build quality is exactly the same, almost, if you compare it with an iPhone 4, which is the earlier generation of iPhone, or 4S as well. So we have glass over here on iPhone 4, we have glass over here on Oppo R1 as well. On the edges we have metal, which looks pretty good, and again on the edges we have metal on the R1, which looks pretty good. And on the front we have this the front glass again, so which is again kind of similar in terms of the overall design. So Oppo R1 is definitely, you can say, a bigger version of iPhone 4 or 4S in terms of design and the language which they have followed while designing this phone or manufacturing it. So apart from this, again this phone has glass at the back, which again will get the fingerprints and scratches quite easily, which you can easily notice. So in order to get rid of that, they have also provided this translucent case which comes within the package. So you can put this translucent case on your Oppo R1 and protect the back side especially from any kind of scratches, and this way you can also hold the phone pretty easily without noticing the metal or without feeling the metal of it as well. You can easily remove it anytime you want to from the edges. One thing I would like to say, because of the metal which has been used over here, which is slightly tempered over here, again it is very fine, good quality of material which has been used. It is metal actually, so good enough. But when you hold this phone may not be that much comfortable, but pretty good, I would say. You can get used to it, the kind of edges it has, but again they feel slightly sharp, not that rounded, which I was expecting. Again, the Oppo N1 was pretty good in terms of the overall feel, but that was again kind of plastic. However, this one is glass, so it feels much premium and kind of different. Again, if you feel the edges of this phone slightly more, you can always have this translucent case on this phone which comes within the package. So let's take a look over the ports and connectivity. At the bottom we have the micro USB port for data syncing and charging. We have a primary micro over here, we have the loudspeaker mesh over here which looks good, and we have these rubber bands especially for the antennas and radios. On this side we have the volume rocker, which is a metallic button, gives you good amount of feedback. On the top you have the secondary microphone for noise cancellation and video chat. You have a 3.5mm audio jack over here, and on this side we have the power and sleep key. And on the left at the bottom we have the SIM card tray slot, which will accept a micro SIM. And one more thing which is different about the Oppo R1, it will not only accept one SIM card, but it will accept two SIM cards inside, and both of them have to be a micro SIM, not a normal size SIM card. So you will have to cut the normal size SIM card in case you have it, and again use the SIM ejection tool which come within the package of this phone. Otherwise no other SIM ejection tool or any other needle will not be helpful, because it is kind of deep when it comes to the slot which is there when you insert the pin and then you get the SIM tray out. So that's about the overall build and connectivity. If we take a look over the top, we have the nice metallic earpiece behind the glass. We have the front camera, which is a 5-megapixel camera, and on the front at the bottom we have the touch capacitive buttons which will light up whenever you use them, and they are within the body, not within the display, which is a good thing again. So let's take a look over the software UI. First of all, it is running not stock Android, but custom layer of Android is actually running on the top of the Android version which we have on this device. It is the Color OS ROM which we have on this device, and again this one should also support the Cyanogen mod. However, I'm not sure about it. So this is how the UI look like, and let me just first of all show you the lock screen. So here we have the lock screen, which is kind of simple, kind of stock Android, and again you do have support for widgets as well on the lock screen itself, which is good. It seems to be running Android 4.2.2, and we will just confirm that. So this is how the home screen look like. As you can see, the kind of icons you get is pretty good. The kind of iconography you have is pretty colorful. They have very good stylish icons, which is part of the Color OS theme which is there on this device, and which is the ROM which we have on this device. And again, the overall UI is fluid. I do not notice any lag in the UI, but again it is not very snappy. That is something I can say as far as UI transitions are concerned. If we take a look over the home screen, we have, like, as of now, 3 home screen, and again you can increase them up to 9. You can have 9 home screen maximum on this device, which is good. And when we take a look over the notification center is again optimized. Everything as far as UI is concerned is optimized on this phone, and it looks different. This is how the notification center look like. You have all the toggles over here, which you can further expand to have more toggles. You have lock toggle as well, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and then other toggles including mobile data as well is also there. You can control over the brightness from here, as you can see, and we can go to the settings directly from here. So once we go into settings and take a look over the version of Android this device is running, running Android 4.2.2. Now as far as storage is concerned, as you can see, 9.75 GB is available to the user, and out of the phone storage, the complete phone storage, which is approximately 10 GB, you get around 488 MB of storage is being used. Again, you do not have support for SD card on this device, so you cannot install applications on the SD card, or you cannot expand the storage as well on this device, which is going to be a limited factor for many people out there. But again, if we take a look over the other things as far as display is concerned, let me just show you the display scenarios and other things as well. So first of all, talking about location access, you do have GPS navigation supported on this device. You just need to enable access to your location, GPS satellite, and Google location services should also be on in case you would like to use GPS navigation on this device. It is going to be very simple. It does have the required sensor for the same, and you can use GPS navigation without any issues. As far as application scenario is concerned, let's take a look over the current status of the RAM. So as per the current application which are there, I have installed few more applications, and again the available amount of RAM is something which I cannot find on this device, at least from the UI over here. But again, from about phone you can actually get to know how much of that is actually available. So let me just go to about phone and show you more when it comes to the information. So here we have the information. Again, it tells you about the phone information only. However, the available amount of RAM out of 1 GB is 960.53, and again, how much of this is being used, this is something we are not able to find out as of now. So we will take a look over it with some other application. Let's take a look over the gestures and motion features. So you do have some additional gestures and motion features as well on this device, which includes a gesture screenshot. That means you can actually swipe the screen like this and you can take a screenshot. This is how you can take the screenshot. You can also prevent misoperation in this case, and again, how to prevent misoperation is that prevent the screen from being switched on by misoperation when phone is in pocket via the proximity sensor. So basically, sometimes the proximity sensor may sense that the phone is actually in your hand, but it is in your pocket, and the phone display will turn on and it will consume the battery. So you can turn on this option. You also have a glove mode in which you can actually enable this option, and you can use this phone even with gloves on. So also open the camera with a gesture whenever the screen is off. So once you enable this, you just draw a circle and then you can launch the camera. So you can do that. You can also double tap to wake up as well. You just need to enable double tap to wake up and it will work. So you have large number of gestures and motion feature, which we will explain in a separate video. As far as battery manager is concerned, you do have a power saving mode on this device, which will again help you conserve a lot of battery on this device. You can enable this power saving mode and it will decrease the brightness, it will limit the CPU so that you get more battery backup from this device. And also you have a battery reminder option. So in case the power is less than 40% at night time, it will remind you to charge the phone every night once this feature is turned on. You can also get to know the power consumption details, which all things are actually using the CPU, so that you can disable and enable the things or radio which are actually using the CPU, so that you can have more battery backup from this device. So power saver manager is also there. Apart from this, if we take a look over the tethering options, you do have support for tethering as well. Apart from the regular connectivity options, you have the option of creating a portable Wi-Fi hotspot as well on this device. And again, you do have support for Bluetooth tethering, which will work with only one device. However, the Wi-Fi tethering will actually allow you to share internet and multiple devices can connect to it and use it. Then you have sound settings over here, which you can adjust. You can control over the sound setting for the power on and power off. You can disable vibrate on touch in case it is annoying for you. You can also disable dial pad tone and other things. When we take a look over the display, here we have the display brightness settings. This device does have support for automatic brightness because of the proximity, because of the ambient light sensor which we have on this device, which is always a good thing. And when we have wallpaper, the wallpapers are supported. You have different kind of wallpaper supported. You can also download high definition wallpapers from online for free, and you can fit them on this device pretty nicely, as you can. So you do have some local wallpapers, and you can always download online wallpapers as well in case you would like to set that. Again, video wallpapers are not supported, and live wallpapers are also not supported. You can make them supported with the help of third-party application, but that is a different story. You do have auto rotate screen on. You can also enable battery percentage over here on the top, which will again help you get to know about the battery. And you have easy light system, in which the notification, low battery and charging thing can be indicated to you. And again, the LED notification light on this device is actually at the back side. It is not at the front, but it is at the back side. We have the 8 megapixel camera over here and the LED flash. Let's talk about the camera performance, and let me just take a photo of my iPhone 4 again from this device to show you the overall performance of this device from the camera department. I have taken some other shots as well, which I can show you later on. Let me just take this photo. So I've taken this photo, and let me just take this photo without the artificial light. Again, we have taken both of these two photos in an indoor room and with different light scenario. So let me just show you the one. This is the one which we have taken with artificial light, and this is the one which we have taken without artificial light. So this is the one, okay, this one is with artificial light, as you can see, and this one looks good as far as the overall colors are concerned. However, if you actually zoom in, you can see slight amount of grains in these photos, but again, the overall camera performance is pretty good as far as color production goes. And this is the one which we have taken with artificial light. So this was without artificial light, which looks pretty good. And again, it is slightly bright, I would say, which is good. Always you can take pretty good quality of low light shot from this device. And again, with light, if you have proper amount of light, you can have much natural shots, which is looking good as well. So both the low light performance and the daylight performance of the device is really good. This is another shot which we have taken with light, and as you can see, the amount of details and the color production on this shot is really looking good. This is another one which we have taken without light, you can say without artificial light, and this one is also looking good. So the low light shots as well as the daylight shots from the rear camera on 8 megapixel camera which we have on this device is pretty good. As far as camera settings are concerned, let me just show you the same as well. So here we have the camera on, and let me just show you the settings for the camera. So over here you can record high definition video at 720p from the 8 megapixel camera, or you can also record video at 480p as well. When we talk about the white balance, we have the white balance support as well. Resolution can also be controlled. Right now it is set to 8 megapixel. You can decrease it as well in case you want to. And here we have the settings, or the modes, you can say. You have panorama mode, beautification mode, HDR mode, and normal mode is well supported. And taking a look over the front camera, this is how the view will look like from the front camera. The front camera is pretty good to do a good quality video chat. As you can see, this is a 5 megapixel camera, can do a good quality of high definition video chat. The kind of feed I can see from the front camera is looking really good, and you can do a good quality of conversation when it comes to video broadcast, which we see from this device. So let me just go back to the rear camera. So here we have the rear camera again, and again, if I tell you the camera shutter speed, if I take the shots quickly, and let me just see whether it does. Okay, it does have autofocus as well while taking a shot, and especially in scenarios in which you would like to take multiple shots, you do have that supported. The camera shutter is quite quick, and it can take multiple photos pretty quickly, which is definitely a good thing. Apart from this, if we take a look over the phone dialer is again customized. It is not the stock Android, but it does not have the option of making a video call, which is not a very good thing. And if we talk about the messaging application, here we have the messaging application. We can compose a new message. This is how a new message looked like. And one thing which I really like about the Oppo R1 is that once this device is out of the box, you don't have to install any continuous input typing keyboard. The swipe to type, the swipe, which is one of the popular keyboard in the market, and swipe for Oppo is actually there on this device. So you have different gestures supported, you have different themes of the keyboard which is already there. So just the device is out of the box, and you have a custom keyboard and a good swipe to type which is supported on this device with the help of swipe keyboard, which comes pre-installed and integrated with the keyboard. So the default keyboard is going to be the swipe keyboard which you will get on this device, and it is always going to be helpful for doing pretty good and fast typing. The keyboard design is pretty good. The keyboard keys are pretty good in terms of the size. They will give you a pop-up as well whenever you press them, so you will get an idea which key you are pressing. And when it comes to typing is quite easy. The kind of display it has is again 5-inch display which we have on this device, and again on this 5-inch display, typing in portrait mode as well as in landscape mode is quite easy. So typing is not an issue in any way on this device. As far as applications are concerned, let me just show you some current application which will company installed. So these are all the regular application which you will get. You also have a lock now application which will again lock your device simply once you tap on it. You can have this icon on the home screen and you can lock your device without pressing any button. So this is the complete simple functionality this particular application offers. You do have FM radio as well, and you also have a separate application called System Update which will allow you to install the update on this device. And Oppo R1 has been just released in India, and there is an update already available on this device, which is this one. I can go through the details of this particular update. So Oppo is quite frequent when it comes to pushing updates to the devices. So once you buy an Oppo device including Oppo R1 or Oppo N1, you can expect to get these updates pretty fast and pretty quickly on these devices as compared to the other devices which I have seen from other manufacturers, so which is good. As far as settings are concerned, we already told you the photo gallery is kind of different. It is a custom UI which shows you all the photos in a very good way, and then you have access to all pictures as well as cloud pictures as well. You can connect to Dropbox as well from this device, and you do have some cloud storage support from Oppo with which you can actually sign up. And when we talk about other applications which you get Facebook application. Oppo Cloud service is the one which I was talking about. So this is a free service from Oppo which allows you to backup contacts, SMS to the cloud anytime, and you can also backup photos as well. And then you have some pre-installed games as well, including Danger Dash, Kingdom of Lords and other games which will come pre-installed on this device. You have a power manager which we already told you about, so power manager is also there. In terms of the overall UI and the kind of customizations you get within this UI, this device is really good, and you can do a lot more on this device. And you also get a large number of applications which allows you to use flashlight as a torch. You can test your compass sensor as well. You have a download manager which is actually a file manager on this device. You have sound recorder, user manual. Kingsoft Office full version is coming pre-installed on this device so that you can edit documents on the go. You also have some security service application which allow you to do data saving, especially whenever you are doing browsing. You have a permission monitor, app encryption as well is also there. All these features, all these applications come pre-installed and they come for free with this device. So kind of good value for money you get on the software level on this device when you buy it. Hardware configuration on this device, it has got an ARM V7 processor. As you can see, it is MediaTek 6582 chipset, and here we have the display resolution which is 720x1280, and it has got a Mali 400 MP GPU which is actually good for gaming, so you can play good graphic intensive games on this device without any issues. When it comes to the sensors, you have good number of sensors as well, which includes the accelerometer sensor, proximity, light, gyro, orientation. You also have a magnetometer sensor as well, which again will help you do precise GPS navigation on this device. You have rotation vector sensor, gravity, linear acceleration and a corrected gyroscope sensor as well on this device. On Antutu for the Oppo R1, we have got a score of 17487, which is a pretty good score, I would say. And again, not very impressive as far as the price of this device is concerned. That is the only thing. Apart from it, everything looks good. It is in between Samsung Galaxy S3 and the Redmi device in terms of the benchmark scores. And if we take a look over the detailed score, this is how the detailed score look like for the UX, for the RAM, CPU, GPU and input and output operations. And the score which we have got on Nina Mark is 54.6 FPS, which is again a pretty decent score. And with this score, this device is actually capable of playing almost any kind of graphic intensive game, including Modern Combat 4 as well. You can play on this device, again all thanks to the GPU which is Mali 400 MP GPU which we have on this device, which is actually playing a very good role as far as the overall gaming performance of this device is concerned. You can play casual games like Subway Surfer, Temple Run, OZ quite smoothly on this device, and you can also play medium graphic intensive games like Frontline Commando, D-Day as well. So now we are playing this game called Temple Run OZ, and in terms of the graphics, this game is running fine. The response from the touchscreen is almost instant. The kind of graphic rendering this game is having as of now on this device is pretty smooth and pretty fine in terms of the details. The overall performance when it comes to playing this game is pretty smooth. There is no lag of any kind till now. All the controls of the game are visible, and the gravity sensor on the device is also working well, as you can see. So as you can see, we are playing this game called Frontline Commando D-Day, and this is a medium graphic intensive game. So let's see how's the overall performance. Till now graphics seems to be okay, if not too good, and the game have just crashed, I guess. So now the game is running fine and there is no problem as such. All the controls of the games are accessible. As far as touchscreen response is concerned, the touchscreen response is good. I have no problem with aiming the shot as well, as you can see. So till now the game is running smoothly. As far as graphics are concerned, there is no problem. There is no graphic lag which I could notice. However, there is few amount of frame drop which is there in the graphics. But you can play this game without any issues, and the loudspeaker is also pretty loud, which gives you a better gaming experience as well. So now we are playing a high definition video from our channel, and this video is getting played in high definition quality, which is good, and there is no black bars which I can notice in this video. So the video is playing in full screen. As far as viewing angles are concerned, viewing angles for this video are also pretty good. You can view the screen from almost any angle, which is good. And when it comes to the loudness of the sound, so the overall loudness of the sound from this device is pretty loud. The loudspeaker actually placed over here on the edges at the bottom. You might accidentally cover them, but again, if you actually hold the device like this, the sound will get amplified, and the sound does not get muffled because of this great design, because the loudspeaker are over here. So even if you place the device like this on a table, the viewing angles are pretty good and you can still watch the video, and the sound will also not be a problem in that case. One thing I would like to tell you about the LED notification light is that you have an LED notification light both on the front side as well as on the back side of this device. So in case you place this device like this on a table, you will not miss notifications because of the LED light over here, and in case you place it like this on a table, you will get the LED notification light blinking over here as well. So depending on which orientation you have placed it, the LED notification light will light up, and then you will not miss any notification on this device. As far as OTG is concerned, USB OTG feature is supported on this device. We have just connected a flash drive, an OTG flash drive, and it has detected the same, as you can see. So that means you can actually read content from the flash drive, and this is definitely going to be helpful for this device. And this was one feature which was kind of needed as well, because this device does not have a micro SD memory card slot, so you cannot expand the storage of the device. So in that case, you can actually carry flash drive like this one, or you can carry an OTG cable which does not come within the package of this phone, but with the help of OTG cable you can connect a flash drive and you can watch movies from that one, you can edit documents, and you can do a lot more, because flash drive once connected to this device are supported, and then you can access them with the help of file manager which you have on this device. As far as the overall battery backup of this device is concerned, you get around 1 day or more than 1 day of battery backup at times from this device. The battery is pretty good for this much of display, and again, the kind of display it has, if you actually decrease the brightness, you will get more battery backup, and the overall battery backup for a moderate user is going to be more than 1 day. For heavy users it will be less than 1 day, but in case you don't watch a lot of videos and if you don't play a lot of games on this device, then you will get more than 1 day of battery backup. Around 1.5 days of battery backup you will get from this device. So that's all from us as far as the full hands-on unboxing and full review of this device. We would love to help you if you have any. So that's all from us as far as the complete unboxing and full review of the Oppo R1. We really like this device as far as the build quality is concerned. The camera is also decent, not too great again, but the kind of build quality and the kind of battery backup you get from this device is pretty good. The UI is again customized. You get a lot of options to do a lot of things. You have motion and gesture supported, with which you can actually do great things very smartly on this device, which is again a good thing. As far as hardware goes, the hardware seems to be decent enough as well, but again similar hardware is available in the market for a lesser price point. So do let us know if you have any specific question for this device. We would love to help you. You can like this video help you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.